cloud and also data analytics. Our company has been recognized by Microsoft Ireland as their Dynamics Partner of the Year in 4 of the last 5 years. And based on our implementation experience of marketing automation solutions for Dynamics CRM, we recommend ClickDimensions. So a couple of words before I hand over to Ashley. I suppose organizations are diverse, but typically there is a challenge to align sales and marketing functions, and the integration of your marketing automation solution with your CRM solution can really help to achieve that, help you to drive more leads, to be better at qualifying those leads, scoring them, and nurturing them to conversion. So to hear more about marketing automation for Microsoft Dynamics CRM, I'm going to hand you over to Ashley now.
Thanks, Keen. This is Ashley Hamilton. I am a partner account manager here at ClickDimensions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take control back really quickly. Let me switch this over. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start in just a few PowerPoint slides so I can introduce some concepts about how ClickDimensions works with Microsoft Dynamics CRM, and then we'll jump into the live environment. I'll show you around, but first I'm going to talk a little bit about ClickDimensions first so you can kind of understand who we are, what we do, and how we integrate with your CRM system. So you're here today because you're interested in CRM, marketing automation, or both. So ClickDimensions is email marketing and marketing automation built exclusively for Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So we're not a standalone tool. We're unique in the fact that we are natively built inside of the CRM system. We're the only tool that does this. So we partner with Codec, and they resell CRM and ClickDimensions, so they're great for all of your needs on ongoing services and things like that should you need it. But today, like I said, we're going to talk about ClickDimensions as a company, and then we're going to jump in and talk about how does marketing automation help your sales and marketing. So we're going to talk about email marketing, web intelligence, nurturing leads, and then if we have some time, we can go into a few more features of ours, and we can also go into Q&A. So ClickDimensions is the only solution that is natively built inside of Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So we're unique that we don't use a connector or integrator because connectors are often expensive and they break. So you have to have another person to manage that connection, which can often be a pain. Your other option with any other solution is importing and exporting information back and forth from your CRM system, which is very time consuming. It's a manual process. So this is why we are the highest ranked solution on the Microsoft Dynamics Marketplace. So for those of you who aren't familiar with ClickDimensions, this is what we have to offer. We do everything from email marketing, web intelligence, nurturing of leads, to surveys and forms and landing pages that integrate into your website, which is great. All great ways to capture leads as well. So like I said, we're going to run through a few of these key concepts today. If you have questions about any of these features, you are more than welcome to ask me at the end, and we'll go into those. So traditionally, this is what marketers experience. You have this powerful Microsoft Dynamics CRM system, but you need marketing tools like sending out emails and forms and surveys and web analytics and all of this stuff that sits outside of your CRM system on its own database. So it has this siloed data. They're not talking to each other. They're not talking to your CRM system. So what ClickDimensions has done is we've taken all of these tools and put them inside of your CRM system in one place. This gives you a 360-degree view of your customers and prospective customers' behaviors, actions, interests, things like that. So how do we connect with the CRM system? So you're never going to leave Microsoft Dynamics CRM in order to do anything with ClickDimensions. You're going to build out your emails, you're going to build out your forms, your campaigns, you're going to trigger those campaigns. So when an email is ready to be sent out, it's going to electronically pass through Microsoft Windows Azure Cloud and into the recipient's inbox. We do all the heavy lifting. We're monitoring that deliverability rate, which we do have a 98% deliverability rate, which is the highest in the industry. And then we're taking those reportings and analytics, so opens, clicks, unsubscribes, website visits, all of that, and pushing it back into your CRM system in real time. So why do we do any of this? because that's how we drive sales. It's a very effective way to drive sales. So nurturing, you can see some statistics here, nurturing 50% more sales-ready leads at 33% lower cost. Isn't that the point of all of this? Aren't we trying to do more and increase our revenue by using less resources and less time? Also, personalized emails, which we can create in ClickDimensions, which I'll definitely show you. It improves click-through rates by 14%. When you receive an email, don't you want to respond, or don't you feel better when it's a little more tailored to you versus just, oh, this is 1 in 1,000 emails that they're sending out? And then lead nurturing gets 4 to 10 times the response rate because you're constantly hitting people. The more hits you have to them, the more you're going to get from them. So I'm going to jump into the live environment here. This is where we'll spend the remainder of our time. So for those of you who aren't familiar with CRM, this is what it looks like. For those of you who are, it looks exactly the same because ClickDimensions is sitting inside of it. So you natively have sales and marketing that come with your CRM system. This is the ClickDimensions part. So you can see that ClickDimensions sits inside of your CRM system. There's no different look and feel because we've built ClickDimensions around CRM. So we're going to start an email template. So as we navigate through ClickDimensions, we're actually navigating through CRM. So I'm going to go into 2 different email template types. So I'm going to go into a drag and drop for those users who don't like to use HTML coding, and then I'll jump into one of our coding templates so you can kind of see the difference here. So let me open up the editor. So our drag and drop, it's a wizard. What you'll do is you'll start with one of these pre-made layouts. You're not married to these layouts by any means. It's just a good starting point. So you pick a layout, and then you can drag and drop in or delete content out as you want your email to look. So text, images, combinations, social sharing, social links, anything like that. So if I'm ready for an image, just drag and drop it over. To pull in an image, this is our ClickDimensions Image Manager. So we will host these images for you. You can create different folders on the side, maybe for different users, different email types. Great way to organize all of your marketing materials. You can also just upload straight from your desktop as well. So I'll pick my image, pull it in. So you can add any hyperlinks to these that you'd like as well. And then we also have a full photo editor right here in your CRM system. So most other email marketing companies, you're going to have to go from the marketing template outside to a photo editor, bring that edit or that edited image back into the marketing template, and then pull that template and import and export list from CRM. That's too much. So we just have this right here. So I can do easy changes. We can add special effects to these images. But don't worry, you can also lock these boxes so you can't have people changing your logos like I just did and then sending out a logo without your colors and things like that. So you can lock these as well, but it is a full photo editor. So you can clone items, drag and drop them around. You have full editing ability here, so I can change any colors I'd like, including that background color that you see there. Maybe if I make a box I don't want anymore, I can easily just delete it out. So really easy to use, even for those non-technical users like me myself. And then personalization of emails. We just talked about how important this is. Well, building emails inside of Microsoft Dynamics CRM allows you to pull in content from your CRM system. So in Microsoft Dynamics CRM, you have entities like owner, leads, contacts, or accounts. So I can pull in any field on any of these entities. So if I'm sending a contact of ours a email, maybe I want to pull in their email address, or maybe I want to pull in their phone number, or maybe I want to pull in the last product that they purchased of ours, or whatever it may be. I can also pull in their first name or their gender, or maybe if you wanted to, maybe if you had contacts that spoke different languages and I wanted to pull in their language and write out coding to where maybe if they spoke Spanish, then the email would be written in Spanish, things like that. So I'll pull in the first name of the contact, and it generates this dynamic code right here that corresponds to the first name of the contact that I'm sending this to. Like I said, you can pull in any of that information from your CRM to personalize these. So we also have hyperlink options, so website URLs, email addresses, phone numbers. So maybe if you want someone to be able to dial you straight from this email, you can type in a phone number here and they can just hit click on a mobile device and it'll call you. So this is actually part of our Q2 update of 2016. So ClickDimensions does quarterly releases where we are constantly adding new features, enhancing current features. We're staying the market leader in email marketing automation. So this is just a small feature that we added in. Anchor files, PDF files, so if you wanted to pull in any PDFs, web content, so if you wanted to pull in any links to forums, surveys, landing pages, anything like that into this email, absolutely really easy. So another one of our more popular hyperlinks is our subscription management. So what you can do with ClickDimensions is you can give someone the option to globally unsubscribe, which means they are opting out of all forms of communication from you. Or you can build out subscription management pages that tie into your CRM marketing lists and maybe give someone the option to, maybe they don't want to receive your monthly newsletters. That's too much for them, but they still want to, see what's going on. So maybe quarterly updates and special promotions are more their style. It gives them the option to opt in and out of content that they wish to receive versus this global unsubscribe where they would opt out of everything. Now I want to quickly show you what that looks like because you're building all of this inside of your CRM, aka ClickDimensions. So I'll go into a subscription page. So what you do is you create subscription lists that tie into your CRM marketing lists. So when someone opts in and opts out, it automatically updates that in your CRM system. And then these are just drag and drop. So you drag and drop which subscription list you like. You can add code or add images. So this is what someone would see and they'd say, okay, this is what I want to be opted into, submit, and it'll correspond in the CRM system and automatically opt them in or out of what you want here. So that's the basis of building out of an email. They're mobile responsive as well. We also have what's called an inbox preview. So what this does is it allows this email to render in over 40 different mobile and web-based clients. So I can come and see, okay, what does it look like on an iPhone? What does it look like on maybe Office 365 using Internet Explorer? It'll show you exactly how this email is going to render so you can make sure that it's rendering properly, your layouts are aligning correctly, your images are correct and populating. So this is great. What this also does is it runs a spam filter. So I mentioned that we have a 98% deliverability rate, which is the highest in the industry. So we take care of our end by making sure we have a good sender reputation and sending these emails out and not coming across as spam, but you have to do your part too. You can't be sending spammy looking emails. So you come into this spam filter. It'll run through all of these different email providers, making sure that this email is not getting flagged as spam. If it does look like it's going to get caught, this passed right here would say failed. It would give you a score, so the likelihood, and then it would give you suggestions on what you can do to change that before sending this email out. So that's our drag and drop. Now let me go into what we call our freestyle editor, because our freestyle editor is for maybe people who want to code. So you can also clone these emails and then edit them later. This case, I've actually cloned that drag and drop that I was in and cloned it and changed it to a freestyle. So that's also great if maybe you want to get the layout and basis of your template going, but maybe there's some special coding that you want to put in there to make it look and feel a certain way. That's just what I've done here. So this is our WYSIWYG, which means here's my email editor template, but I can also go back and forth between HTML source code. So if I knew coding, I'd type that in right there. And then I bounce back and say, okay, what effect did that make on my email? Is this what I want? But you also have slight changes like text here. You can change the text, alignment, still these hyperlink options, the personalization, so pulling in that dynamic content of these records, images, tables, things like that. And then, of course, the inbox preview is also here as well. So that's building out of an email. But now we want to send them. So with ClickDimensions, you can send emails 3 ways. You can send them as a one-off in a contact record. Maybe if someone hits the website and you want to send them a quick follow-up email. You can send them in bulk, which is what I'm about to show you right now. And you can also send them using a CRM workflow. So if any of you are familiar with workflows, they're great at making ClickDimensions do things that it doesn't do out of the box. So maybe if a field on the contact record changes from prospect to customer, you want to automatically send them an onboarding email. You can do that during a workflow using ClickDimensions so they're trackable and traceable. So this is in bulk. So we have a subject, pre-header, email template. So this is where you pull in that. And then campaigns. So this is a CRM campaign. We utilize Microsoft Dynamics CRM campaigns and marketing lists. So maybe if you want to track all your newsletters or whatever the campaign may be back to one place so you can see marketing efforts in one place, you could put that in here. This test email section is great. When you're ready, hit the test button. It'll send anyone in that box a sample email, making sure that this email is rendering properly, looking great, exactly how you imagined, and it'll also run another spam assassin, making sure that you're not sending out a spammy email and allowing you to change that before sending it to your marketing list. So you can send these emails from a record owner, so who holds the relationship in your CRM system. You can send it from a CRM user or just any name or email address that we place in these boxes. So in this case, we have this email being sent from John Gravely, our CEO, but we don't want everyone to have our CEO's email address, so we sent it from marketing@clickdimensions.com. We can send these emails out immediately or schedule them to go out on a specific date and time. So maybe you want to go ahead and build out all of your newsletters for the entire year and schedule their date and time to go out and set them and forget them. I mean, I'm sure things will change and you'll have to go in and put content, but at least you can set yourself up. This is where you'll pull in your marketing list. So this is also a huge time saver with ClickDimensions. It doesn't require as much time, it doesn't require as much resources. When you want to pull in your marketing list or your mailing list, you just come in here, type what list you want to pull in, and it populates down here. The other solutions, you're going to have to import that into Excel and then upload it into your marketing system. Not with ClickDimensions, just type the marketing list in here. So ClickDimensions also automatically dedupes. So if you have 10 marketing lists here and you have one person sitting on 7 of those lists, we're not going to send them this email 7 times. We're only going to send them this email once. So what your email looks like, text version, statistics. So this is why we do this. We want to be able to see these statistics and efforts. So ClickDimensions has a number of out-of-the-box reportings, and then anything you want to report on after this, you can use CRM's Advanced Find tool in order to query on that. So I'm going to go through our out-of-the-box reportings, and then I'll go into our Advanced Find reportings and show you some examples there. So listed recipients, how many people are sitting on those marketing lists? Excluded emails. So these are people whose email addresses no longer exist anymore, or maybe they've unsubscribed in the past and they're still sitting on a marketing list. So you can export this excluded emails list if you'd like and dive into it, or it's sitting right here. So you can come in and say, okay, who's excluded and why? Messages sent. So this is where we're getting our percentages off of. And then we have interacted rates, bounce rates, unsubscribes. We could break it down further. So click rates, open rates, how is this email performing? Deliverability, hard and soft bounces. So if an email hard bounces, ClickDimensions will never send them an email again. So maybe they've unsubscribed or their email address no longer exists. If it's soft bounces, ClickDimensions will attempt to send 3 more emails over a 3-month period before converting it to a hard bounce. So this is something like maybe their inbox is full, so we give them a little time to clear out their inbox before we just write them off. Now, if we ran a split test on this, it would be right below this, the statistics would, but I can open this up and show you what it looks like. So maybe you're having a hard time deciding between 2 different email types, 2 different subject lines, who this email is coming from. You can come in here and test this out on a small portion of your list. And then you would go here and use the sliding bar to see, okay, maybe I want to send 22% strategy A and 22% email strategy B. Well, the winning version will be sent to the remainder 56% of the list. That winning version can be selected manually or automatically based on unique opens or unique clicks after a certain amount of hours, days, or weeks. So making sure that you're sending out the better performing email to the majority of your list. So those statistics would be down here. So we also have a click heat map. What this does is it breaks down all of the popularity of the links on your email. So I can come in here and see, okay, this email right here has almost 29% of the total clicks on this email. Well, what is it? It's a free copy of an ebook. I know that people are interested in this ebook. I mean, this is great for different products or maybe different promotions. You can see what are people interested in. Now, you know what are people interested in, but maybe we want to know who. What you can do is you can run a click report, and what this does is it breaks it down link by link and person by person who clicked on what link. So if I wanted to see about that ebook and everyone that clicked on that, I'd come down to this ebook link, and these are all of the individuals that clicked on this particular link. Now I can go straight into a contact record from here as well. Before I want to do that, I want to finish up reportings. So I can go into email events as well, and I can see every open, every click, every deliver, what they clicked on. Did they hard or soft bounce? If so, why? So this is telling me everything about, so these are clicks, these are what they clicked on. I can actually go to links from here. So that's the out-of-the-box reporting portion. That's what we just give you and we think is useful. But maybe there's something specific that you want to query on. You can use CRM's Advanced Find, which is this little tool right here. I'd come in here, I'd put in my ClickDimensions criteria of what I'm looking for, and I can build out these views, dashboards, charts, things like that. So maybe I want to compare newsletters month to month and see how they're performing. Am I getting more opens month to month, or am I declining because people are unsubscribing? Well, how many people are opting into my newsletters versus opting out of my newsletters month to month? Who's sharing my links and where are they sharing them to? Top 5 clicked links in an email. So these are just pretty overview, but if you want to query on something specific, you can absolutely do that with ClickDimensions. So I want to go into an individual contact record really quick. I'll go into my own so I can show you around, because all of this information also reports back to the contact record. So I can see any visit I've ever had to the website, any individual page view I've looked at and how long I've looked at it for, any events I've ever participated in, any forms or surveys I've ever filled out and how I've answered those, any emails I've ever sent and how I've opened, how many times have I clicked. Now I'm really bad about opening and clicking on my emails, but because I send them to myself all day long during demonstrations, but I can see, okay, how many times am I opening? How many times am I clicking? Maybe emails are bouncing or marking as spam, and that's why I'm not responding to you, or maybe I've unsubscribed and I no longer want your communication. This right here will tell you how interested is someone. It gives you insight onto where they're at with your company. So I can also send emails, like I mentioned earlier, individually. This is called a quick send. So I'll come in here and pick the template that I've specified. I can even open this up and personalize it. So maybe I spoke to them last week and I could write, "It was great to see you." So I can personalize it a little bit, and then I can come in here and here's my changes, and I can send this. So that just changed this individual email. So this is great for sales. Maybe if someone hits the site and they want to send them a quick email and see if they need help with anything. So web tracking. So I can see right here, we obviously have some web tracking because I can see I'm on the website, how long am I on each page for, that kind of thing. So how our web tracking works is ClickDimensions provides a tracking script that you place on the footer of your website. So when someone comes to your website, ClickDimensions will query your CRM system and see if they are already in your CRM system as a known visitor. If they are, great. We're just going to update their leader contact record with their visit history and their page view history. If they are not, then ClickDimensions is going to start tracking them anonymously before we know who they are, because we're hoping to one day know who they are. So we're going to place a cookie on their browser. We're going to create an anonymous visitor record so that when we know who they are, ways to become a known visitor are to click on a link in an email or fill out a form or survey and have them give you their information. Once they do that, they will become known, and then we'll take that previous visit history and push it into their new leader contact record. So that way you know what have they been looking at on your website even before you identified who they were. So if I filled out a form and I came to the website 2 months ago, I could say, okay, well, what has Ashley been looking at in the past 2 months, even though she just filled out this form and gave us her information? So how is web tracking useful if you're not already using it? Individually, for sales, you can see exactly what someone's interested in. So see how your email marketing efforts are trending. Okay, maybe I'm really interested in reportings. I'm obviously interested in reportings. If I keep looking at statistics, I can give myself a call and say, hi, Ashley, I saw you had some questions about statistics of emails. Is there anything I can help you with? And I can see, wow, I was really interested because I stayed on there for a long time. Now, on a larger view, I can go into and see, how are people getting to my website? How are people effectively being driven? So you can see, okay, if they're anonymous, this lead or contact space is blank, but if they're known, it'll say their name right here. So I can come in and see, okay, who's coming, where are they coming from? And I can see, okay, are emails effectively driving people to my website? Maybe it's my Google ads, my Bing ads. Are those paying off? Is the money we're putting into these ads actually working? Social sites. So I can come in here and see, okay, wow, LinkedIn, here's one Facebook, the rest are LinkedIn. So is the money I'm putting into Facebook worth this one every now and then visit? Maybe, depending on how much I'm spending. But right now I know that LinkedIn is the primary driver from social sites. You can also do this with individual page views. So I can come in and maybe there's a particular page that you want to monitor more heavily because you think that's a good indicator. So for us, it's our pricing page. So I can come in to our pricing page and see, okay, who's anonymous, who's known, how long are they on our pricing page for, what country, what city are they coming from. Also pulls in IP organizations so you can see what companies are visiting. But maybe you're trying to see, okay, well, what pages are getting more traffic or what pages are getting longer page durations. You can track all of that with ClickDimensions. And you can narrow down this as well. I mean, this is just an advanced find. So maybe I wanted to home in on one country or one city or one page. I mean, all you have to do is use this advanced find tool and you can query in on that and create these views and things like that. So that's web tracking. So next I want to go into campaigns. So we take Microsoft Dynamics CRM campaigns and we optimize them by adding our content to them. So this is just a CRM campaign that we've added forms and surveys and landing pages and emails and all of that, campaign automations, which is where we're going next. And I can come up here and say, okay, what visits to the website have happened because of this particular campaign? What forms have been filled out because of this individual campaign? What events are tied to this? What emails have been sent and how have people interacted with them because of this campaign? So all of your marketing efforts for this particular campaign are tracked back to one place so you can see how effective they are or maybe compare them to others. And once again, create views and charts like this, visits by month. So campaign automation is where we're going next because it's nurture or drip marketing taken up about a million notches. I mean, this is a really powerful tool. It's drag and drop, so it's really easy to use. You can be entered in through a submitted form, through an email interaction, being added to a marketing list, or manually added. So remember those statistics that we talked about earlier about how powerful nurture marketing is? Well, this is even more powerful because what this does is it allows someone to go down different paths based on their interactions. So you can do a lot with these. So you can use them for sales, you can use them for marketing. So we'll start off with this sales example first, and then we'll talk about some other ways you can use them. So this is someone being entered in through a submitted form. So they come to the website and they fill out one of our white papers, okay? Well, depending on how they fill out that white paper can send them down a different path. Now this decision node allows me to go in and say criteria. So they submitted the form, they told me what region because that's what I'm asking for. So if they say the East, they're going down the East path. If they say UK EMEA, they're going down the UK EMEA path. We can add as many conditions to these as you'd like. They're set up just like advanced find. So maybe they had to have said they're in the East and the contact has to have a valid email address, or they have to live in the city, or whatever it is. You can come in here, you can even group them together, whatever you'd like. So if they say the East, we're going to send them down this East path. What this is it's a series. It's a series of triggered actions. So you can send emails, add or remove from marketing lists, assign or notify CRM users, create task activities, maybe a follow-up phone call. We can add them to workflows if we'd like. We can notify teams. So maybe we want to, they said they're in the East, so we want to add them to the East prospective marketing list so we can retarget to them later. And then maybe we want to assign them to the East rep, and then notify that East rep, hi, you have a hot new lead. And then wait 2 days and send them a, what did you think of our ebook email? Now, based on their interaction with that email, we'll determine their next path. So emails can be clicks or opens. The clicks can be link specific if you'd like. So maybe if they click on the top link, they go down this path, or maybe if it's just any link and we want to see if they're interested, you have a choice there. So if they click on a link, maybe we send them down the positive path where we engage a sales rep. We schedule a follow-up phone call as a task in CRM, and we notify the record owner, hi, your prospect clicked on a link. But maybe if they don't, we send them down another week of nurtures because we don't want to waste our sales resources by reaching out to people who aren't even clicking on our emails. So maybe we send them a few more emails with some wait timers in between because we don't want to overwhelm them, and see if they respond to any of those. If they click or open or whatever it is you choose, positive path. If they don't, maybe another week of nurtures. This is a very effective tool to do a lot with a little bit of resources. So this is just bringing sales and marketing together, which is what the point of ClickDimensions is. So this is one way to use this. Another way to use this is for events. Maybe you start off with an event attendee marketing list and you send them an email with the event invitation in it, which happens to be a form that they fill out. So if they answer the form, yes, then we'll send them down this path. If they answer the form, no, we'll send them down this path. But if they don't answer at all, we'll send them down the negative path. You can do all of that in here and then trigger, okay, maybe a week before the event, we want to send them an email reminding them about the event if they said yes. Maybe if they said no, so sorry, we can't wait to see you next year. Maybe if they didn't respond at all, we send them another email with the event invitation. Hi, did you get my invitation? Please let us know if you're coming or not. So events are a great way to use it. These are also great ways for maybe you're announcing a promotion. So you want to send emails to everyone about a promotion you're running so everyone knows. And if they click on a link or if they open your email and solve that you're running a promotion, great, positive path. If not, maybe negative path where you nurture them a little bit more and tell them about some other things that you're running. Or maybe you're releasing a new product or a new service or anything like that. You can send out these targeted emails to these specified lists and you can do it automatically. You're not manually coming in here and triggering like, oh, I saw Ashley Hamilton was interested in this. Let me pick a good email to send her. No, it's automatically going to do it for you. Saves a lot of time when you automate this process. Lots of different ways you can use it too. So let's get out of that and let's jump into forms really quickly because forms are a great way to pull in leads because you want to know who's interested, and if they're taking the time to fill out a form, they must be something. Forms are also a great way to build your database. So if someone fills out a form and they're in your CRM system, great. We're not going to create a duplicate for you. We're just going to update their leader contact record with the form information that they filled out. Now, if they're new and they're not in your CRM and they do fill out a form, maybe on your website or a contact us form or an interest form or anything like that, you can add them automatically as a leader or contact in your CRM system. So you can build your database with that. And when they fill out a form, you can track them now. So even better. So what you'll do is you'll create fields. Once you create a field once, they'll sit in this right-hand column over here. So maybe if I want to create a first name field, I could do that. I can pick my field type, so email, text, money, list, date, time, checkbox, whatever it may be. You can do that. You can map these back into your CRM. So maybe I want to map this back to the first name of the lead and contact record because I'm looking for their first name. And then I have this option to override in CRM. So let's say I have a Peter in my CRM system and Peter comes by and tells me his name is Pete. Well, do I want to update my CRM to have his name as Pete or do I want to leave it as Peter? This is great for validating people's information, staying up to date. Same thing with maybe positions or where they're located or things like that. You can map these back. So these are drag and drop, really easy to use. Just move it on over. You can make these different links if you'd like. You can add images, lines, page breaks, make these forms different pages. Captcha bars prove we're not robots. Show you what a preview looks like. You can add any code to these, so HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Here's your captcha bar. We're mobile rendering as well. So whatever you'd like. And then the best part about these forms is that they are call to action forms. So what do you want to happen when someone fills out a form of yours? Maybe you want to send them an autoresponder thanking them for filling out your form. And then maybe you want to add them to a marketing list depending on what kind of form it is. Maybe it's an event form and you want to add them to the event attendee marketing list. Maybe it's a an interest form and you want to add them to a prospective customer, whatever it may be. You can automatically add them to a marketing list that you specify here. And then maybe you want to send a team notification to your sales team saying, hi, you have a hot new lead, someone needs to reach out. So this is a great way to automate this process. Make sure that all of your leads are being followed up on and connecting sales and marketing. This gives sales an insight as to what's going on. Where are these leads coming from? How many leads are coming in my area? But nothing is worse than marketing spending all of this hard work and effort on all of these efforts and actions and no one knows about it. So great way to automate this process. And then to embed them, we create the code for you and you just pull in you copy and paste the code into your website. So really easy. But I want to show you how quickly this information comes back into your CRM system. So I'll fill out a form on our own website because this is all in real time. All of your opens and clicks and web forms and website visits and all of that is all in real time. So this is just a form on our website for one of our white papers, which then my sales team will get an email notification. Hi, you have a hot new lead, captcha bar to prove I'm not a robot, and then I will get an autoresponder with the ebook that I just downloaded, which feel free to go download any of these contents. And then I can come into our CRM, go to posted forms, this is where all the individual forms sit, and see right here, Ashley Hamilton at 6:43 a.m. my time, because I'm located in the States, for those of you who couldn't tell. But you can see here that it just updated my contact information with my form submission in real time. Didn't create a duplicate. It just said, this is Ashley, and here it is. So I want to go ahead and make sure that we cover anything else that you'd want to see or open it up for questions or anything like that. So if anyone has anything or if you want me to show you something else.
Hi Ashley, how are you getting on?
Hi Stephen, I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Good demo. I just I'm interested in lead scoring, and can you show a little bit around that side of things?
Absolutely. So what you can do is you can go into your ClickDimensions settings and you can set your lead scoring numbers. So you can enter on form submits, visits, page views, opportunities, email clicks. You come in here and change the numbers. You don't have to use what ClickDimensions uses. So this is how it generates. Now maybe there's certain pages that are a little more important to you, Stephen. You can actually change the values of individual pages. So for us, and you do this in your tracking script. So for us, our careers page is worth -25 points because if they're visiting the website and looking at careers, they're not interested in us as a company, they're interested in a job, which is fine, but we don't want that to be a hot lead for us. So, but maybe a pricing page or a new promotion you're running is worth more, you can come and put that in your tracking script. So then what that does is it calculates a score based on all of their activity. It puts it on the contact or lead record. So I can come in here and see, okay, I have a 12,000, which is outrageous, but that's because I'm on the website every day. And what you can do with all of these scores is you can come into Advanced Find and you can query. Maybe you only wanted, maybe 50 is a hot lead for you, or maybe it's 100 or 25 or whatever it may be. You can come in and say, okay, contacts that I own with a score over 50. Let me see what that result looks like. And then you can go after those hotter leads first.
Okay. And can you, so there's a single score there, a single total score. Can you have multiple different scores? And the context would be, I'm in the B2B space, so it's more kind of different product lines. So if there at different stages during the year, they'd be more interested in one product line. I'm trying to differentiate if they're interested in one product line over another.
Right. So
If you know what I
unfortunately,
mean.
yeah, I do know what you mean. That would be really helpful. So unfortunately, right now, it's total score is what we're doing.
Okay.
I mean, you can come in here and manually reset it every season or whatever it may be if you'd like, but right now it's total score.
Okay.
Good question.
Good. Thank you.
Absolutely. Anything else from anyone?
Just wondering, Ashley, sorry, Seamus here.
Hi, Seamus.
We just joined a little late. We were just looking at it here, and I think there was probably a couple of colleagues who would have been interested in seeing the demo. So, Stephen, you'd probably be aware from the, say, the web tracking and so on. I think Ger and TJ and Colin, the lads, might have been interested. I wasn't aware ClickDimensions did that. So I'm just wondering, are the sessions recorded, Ashley, or do I have to bring it through a demo again?
Absolutely. So I did record this session. We'll see if the recordings took, but I'm more than happy if you guys want to reach out to Codec. I'm more than happy to schedule a personalized demonstration for you and your team or anyone else in their team, and we can go through all this and kind of run through use cases and how it applies to your individual business.
Okay, thank you.
So we're going to send this recording session out. Should it successfully record? If it does not, then we can absolutely do a individual session.
Brilliant. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting demo, by the way. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ashley, Stephen again. Sorry, I have another question that it's just kind of a technical one, but you filled out a form on your website and it obviously updated in real time. Are you connected to CRM through an API, or is it a JavaScript embed that you have, or for the form?
So we're a managed solution file. So you go into your CRM settings, you go to import, and then you upload ClickDimensions because we're natively built inside of your CRM system. So that's how we connect into ClickDimensions. Now, as far as the forms, what we do is we provide the coding. So you either into your website, it'll be an iframe or a widget, and you'll copy and paste this code into your website.
That's perfect. Yeah, no, that's perfect. That's what I was just querying. And actually, and if you have a third party, sorry, I'm talking over you.
No, you're fine.
If you have a separate website, is there an API, or is that just straight up? That's the Dynamics kind of, you're built right into Dynamics, so you have to use their kind of APIs if they exist. I'm not sure, but
so your website will run separately. The ClickDimensions coding on the form connects your website into your CRM system. So all you have to do is pop that code into whatever website you use.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Perfect.
So this was the form that I filled out. I didn't show you guys this. I completely forgot. But this was the form I filled out. This was the notification that my sales team got. And so it tells me, okay, well, this is what I all filled out on the form. And then I can actually click on the link here, and it'll take me right into my contact in CRM. So that's how your sales teams are notified, or whatever team it may be is notified when there's a form submission.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Sorry, Ashley. Can you hear me, Shay here?
Yes.
In relation to your CRM integration, obviously you're looking at cloud solution here. If you have on-prem CRM, can ClickDimensions work?
Absolutely. So you have to have an internet-facing deployment.
Internet-facing deployment. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Okay.
And that's how we connect to the internet. But we're certified for online and on-prem.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
If anyone has any questions pop up after the call as well, go ahead and send them over to Codec, and they can either answer them if they know them, or they can put you in touch with me. Or, like I said, if you wanted a personalized demonstration, please reach out to them about their services. They're a great partner of ours, and they're very knowledgeable on ClickDimensions. But anything else on your minds?
I'm good.
No,
Thanks very much,
good.
Ashley, for
Good.
that was
Okay,
great
so much.
presentation.
Okay, Ashley, so Cian here. So if we don't get any more questions, we might move to wrap up.
Absolutely.
Or did you want to show anything else before you hand back to me?
No one has any questions, I'll go ahead and switch it over to you right now. Here we go.
So thanks Ashley for an excellent demonstration, and obviously there's a huge range of functionality in the product, and I think in a fairly short time there you gave the audience a really good sense of the power of the product. So we've had the Q&A, but as Ashley says, if there are any subsequent questions, please fire them through to us at Codec, and we'll answer them ourselves, or we'll answer them with Ashley's assistance. We've run very much to time here, so we're very pleased about that. To wrap, I'm going to say thanks for your attention. If you need any more information about ClickDimensions, if you're interested in implementing the product or want information on pricing or anything else, you can contact me, Cian McNamara, and my email address and phone number are there. And of course, you'd have Blondine's email address from correspondence as well. So, and the final thing is, you know, any feedback you have would be very welcome. So, if you want to send any emails through to Blondine after we finish, you know, any feedback will help us as we continue to schedule webinars into the future, whether they be ClickDimensions or anything else in the technology space. So I think at that we're going to wrap and close. Thanks for joining us, and hopefully you've learned a lot more about ClickDimensions having joined our webinar today. Thank you.
Thanks, Cian, and thank you everyone for your time.